Hi friends, I'm John Laspina, the Carnivore teacher, back with a mini-series about plant toxins. This one is about fructose, not necessarily a plant toxin, it's a sugar, but it can be a toxin because your liver has to process it very similarly that it processes alcohol. So let's take a look at the monosaccharide fructose. Some people pronounce it fructose, some people pronounce it fructose. Doesn't really matter. It's a type of simple sugar, also known as a monosaccharide, that occurs naturally in many fruits, vegetables, and honey. It is one of the three most common dietary sugars alongside glucose and galactose. Fructose is often referred to as fruit sugar because it is found in high amounts in many sweet fruits. In the body, fructose is absorbed into the bloodstream and processed mainly by the liver. Unlike glucose, which is used directly by cells for energy, fructose is first metabolized by the liver, where it can be converted into glucose or stored as fat. While fructose in whole fruits and vegetables is typically consumed in a balanced form with fiber and other nutrients, high levels of fructose, especially from processed sources like high fructose corn syrup, sugary drinks, cakes, candies, pies, contribute to various health issues, including insulin resistance, obesity, and liver damage. We're going to take a look at the highest plant foods that contain fructose and the moderate and the lowest. So the highest plant foods containing fructose are typically fruits, as they are the most concentrated sources of this sugar. These include apples, one of the richest sources of fructose among common fruits. Pears, high in fructose, especially when ripe. Watermelon, a fruit with high fructose content. Grapes, particularly the sweeter varieties like red or Concord grapes. Cherries, a sweet fruit that contains a notable amount of fructose. Mangoes, known for their sweetness, they are high in fructose. Figs, both fresh and dried figs, are rich in fructose. Bananas, while lower in fructose compared to some other fruits, bananas are still high in fructose. Pineapples, another tropical fruit that is high in fructose. And this list lists blueberries, which I don't know about that. I think that they're lower. Maybe they're high in fructose but lower in glucose. So before I proceed to the moderate levels and the low levels, I want to do a little quick explanation of a monosaccharide. Monosaccharide is glucose, fructose, galactose, and there's a couple of other small ones. These are the three main ones. The part that tastes sweet on our palate is the fructose part. If you just consume glucose, you don't detect much sweetness at all. If you consume just galactose, that's the monosaccharide in dairy, it doesn't taste that sweet. But if you combine galactose and fructose, it's sweet. If you combine glucose with fructose, it's sweet. Fructose by itself is sweet. And fruits are all a combination of glucose and fructose, but fruits are higher in fructose. Honey is higher, but you still have the glucose in there. So fructose is the thing that makes it taste sweeter. So let's take a look at the moderate amounts. Typically include fruits and vegetables, though they are lower in fructose than other highest sources like peaches. Sweet and juicy, peaches contain a moderate amount of fructose. Plums, another stone fruit with a moderate amount of fructose, high in tannins, right? Apples, certain varieties, while some apple varieties are higher in fructose, others, especially the more tart varieties, have moderate levels of fructose. Cantaloupe, this melon has a moderate level of fructose. Strawberries, while lower in fructose than some other fruits, strawberries still contain a moderate amount. Raspberries, slightly lower in fructose than strawberries, but still moderate. Pineapples, fresh. Though high in fructose, it's lower when compared to dried or processed forms. Kiwi contains a moderate fructose level and is nutrient rich. Blackberries, these berries have moderate levels of fructose. And carrots, while not a fruit, carrots contain moderate amounts of fructose compared to other root vegetables. Let's look at the lowest fructose containing plant foods. Plants containing the lowest amounts of fructose are generally vegetables and some fruits that are less sweet. These include Avocados, very low in fructose, high in healthy fats. Are you seeing the common denominator? If you've watched some of my other videos, avocado tends to fall in the low oxalate, low lectin, low phytate, low tannin, low fructose level. So avocados are going to be something that you can probably have more of if you're not a strict carnivore. Tomatoes, while technically a fruit, they are low in fructose compared to sweeter fruits. Lettuce, a leafy green with minimal fructose. Spinach, another leafy green that contains very little fructose, but high in oxalate. Cucumbers, very low in fructose, primarily made up of water. Zucchini, a low fructose vegetable, making it easy to digest. Radishes, a crunchy low fructose vegetable. You see in the common denominator. Bell peppers, low in fructose, especially when compared to sweeter fruits. Asparagus contains minimal amounts of fructose, and cauliflower, very low in fructose and a versatile vegetable. Now, fructose, again, because I'm a carnivore and I don't really eat any plants, if you have only those from this low category, you're giving your liver much less fructose. Fructose is a toxin to the liver. The liver must process it in first priority before it does the other 90 jobs it has to do, or 200 jobs. The liver's amazing. It has to do all these things. And when you drink alcohol or eat fructose, the liver does that first because it looks at it as a toxin. I know it's a sugar, fructose, but the liver perceives it as a toxin. So we don't need fructose ever. You can survive without fructose. It's not a macro or a micronutrient. That's the thing I think I'm addicted to, the sweet taste. I have an addiction to sugar and sweet things. I think my body is addicted to the fructose part of sweet things. Because if it doesn't taste sweet, I don't tend to go crazy over it. I don't know about you. Tell me how you react to fructose in the comments. If you like this video, click the thumbs up. Share this video with friends and family and subscribe to my channel. I invite you. And our next talk tomorrow will be about goitrogen disruptors. Stay tuned for that one. Take care.